How did you like his Fender Starcasters?
You know what? I was unbelievably impressed and surprisingly so. Not that I thought that they would be shit, but I just didn't expect a whole lot. I played the Gibsons that he used to play, and they weren't for me. There was nothing wrong with them. I also probably played factory models, to be fair, but they just weren't kind of my vibe. The Fenders were unbelievable. They have like a resonance to them. They have a tone to them. For somewhat of a simple guitar, they really are quite versatile. Like when you roll the volume back, you can clean them up. I really, truly thought that they were exceptional.
Yeah, dude, I was even surprised. I have one over here, and I'm typically a
I see.
Strat guy, and I am typically just Strat all day. And as soon as I got that thing, man, like I hardly even pick up the Strats, like straight up. And obviously, Toms are a little bit more tricked out than the production model, but they're rad,
Yeah.
dude.
Even there's some production ones floating around on tour. Like even the production ones are really great. They're like the perfect mix of resonant, hollow body and then something like a Strat with that kind of top end cut. And I definitely think they sound better than a Strat, standard Strat for what Tom does. There's definitely some weird things with them, like, they do have like certain notes and frequencies will make them kind of feedback, but Tom uses it and kind of interacts with that in a weird way. It's kind of all part of how he plays. So yeah, they work perfectly. I'm a big fan.
Did you have a favorite of all his different ones he has?
I think the OG one is my favorite, probably. The Descendant stickers. I call it number one. It's just like it's such an iconic looking guitar. It's the most played out of all of them, also. So it feels kind of like nice. The neck's kind of pitted, and it has like a real like I'm home feeling. But they're all pretty amazing. I mean, the artwork that is on them all, the stuff Jeff has done is super cool. Like he's a ridiculously talented artist. Like every single one, I was like, oh, I got to take a photo of this one. This one's sick. I want to remember this. I want to remember that. So yeah, no favorites overly, but I'd pick number one if I had to pick one.
Yeah, and that's the one that I think I've seen called Milo. I call it the sticker caster, but yeah, the one that has the
Yeah.
Descendant sticker on the front. And that seems to be Tom's favorite. Did he say anything to you? Like, does he have a preference or does it matter?
No, he doesn't really have a preference. Justin had told me that Justin calls it Milo. Justin had told me that's what he uses number one. I think a good lesson when you come in to cover for another tech is do not rock the boat. We're not here to reinvent the wheel. Justin does an amazing job. He's been there, across his whole world tour and things are going great. So like there is absolutely no need to question that. So I really followed Justin's lead. Um, yeah, Milo or number one became our kind of go-to. There is two in E standard that flip-flop, depending on the set list, and then the rest are kind of tuned or capoed accordingly.
I'm not sure if it was there yet when you were there, but you talk about Jeff making some of these, and I just saw the live debut. It was a production
Mhm.
model, a shell pink, and Jeff had distressed the front, burnt it, and on the back was a big old school Blink Akane. I've got the tattoo right here. That
Yeah.
was on the
Yeah,
back,
I set
dude.
that up.
You did? Okay, because I didn't
Yeah.
know when it like got to the tour or whatever. Because the first show I went to in Noblesville, you were teching, but it was
Mhm.
not ready, Jeff said. But
No.
the other day in St. Louis was the live debut. Dude, I was freaking out. It was so rad.
Yeah, it's been sitting in a backstage vault for the whole tour, and then Jeff and I had kind of Jeff was like, I'm going to get time to wire this, and because it was in pieces, and eventually, I think my second to last show, we had a little bit of extra time, and so we brought it over and we wired it, and I set it up, and yeah, it was super cool. I mean, the artwork on the back is crazy. Jeff is like, he's wild. It's such an underplay for him. He doesn't even talk about it, but it's like, you just painted this thing and it's incredible, like it's wild. He makes all the road cases. Crazy.
I know I had to pry that out of him. Like he tells me there's this new guitar coming out. I'm like, dude, you did that? Like, tell me you did this. It's so sick.
I know he's not a guy that strikes me as someone who will, talk about all his greatest achievements and attributes, but he is a very talented dude. If Jeff is listening to this, you are a talented guy.
Super talented. Yeah, that one I was so blown away. I had to do a video on it. I think I did a video on it yesterday. It was that rad.
Sick. Yeah, it's very cool.